Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with another stock market investing video. And today we have a great video. It's going to be about 15 stocks that you should have on your watch list during this crash and price points that you should get in these stocks in at too. So as we know, if you scroll down, every stock almost is pretty much red. We're seeing a huge slaughter in the market right now. So the question is, what stock should you be watching out for? Which one should you have on your radar? And should you be buying right now? And all that good stuff too. But before we get into the exact individual stocks, I do want to just do an update about the market and how I kind of feel overall about the market right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So here we have some of my notes right now, and let's go over them one by one. So first things first, we all know it's the elephant in the room. Dow Jones is down 1,900 points or more in the last 3 to 4 trading days. And if this keeps going, it's going to add up, and it's going to keep adding and become to massive amounts if we keep seeing a downward trajectory like this. Most big techs on Friday, tech stocks, fell about 5% after reporting positive earnings, like Microsoft, Facebook, Apple. Google is even up 10%, and they finished the day with only being up 3%. So they lost about 7%. And the big news right now that hit this weekend that I'm sure you guys have heard about is UK is in a lockdown right now, which is very important. And I post helpful stuff like this on my close friends all the time, but here it says government will start making shutdowns. It's not the president. So we've already seen New Jersey saying if they need a shutdown, they will be shutting down. And if we start seeing individual states like New Jersey shutting down, that will be bad news because more people will be following suit. So France and UK shut down, I think Belgium and a few others. That can spark more to the U.S. and governments in the U.S., like New Jersey, for example, wanting to shut down. Now, we already went over 90%. There's a 90% chance of no stimulus until 2021. Biden's leading in polls, which really isn't that important because either president who wins, a lot of people like to fearmonger and say if Trump wins, the market's going to go down. If Biden wins, the market's going to go down. In reality, it doesn't really matter who's the president. The markets typically go up in the 4-year terms. Now, after that, we'll see. We want to see red right now so we can actually see some good deals and get in at some good deals, which will be some price points and stocks that we'll be talking about today. Remember, we have 15 stocks to talk about. There's going to be a lot of buying opportunity in the market right now. Lots of fear, lots of buying opportunity in the market. It's most likely for the next month or so going to be going down in some kind of way. We'll see a bear market because there's real weakness in the market, which we went over last video when we went over all these big tech stocks reporting positive earnings and they're still going down. That's a case of some real weakness. So we can see a big stimulus coming, after January, February. So now is definitely the time you want to get in before the stimulus, because what happened when we saw the last stimulus, we saw one of the biggest bull market run-ups in history too once that stimulus got approved. So we're seeing the crash now, but we will see that stimulus approved. It's just a matter of time. The more volatile now than the last 6 months. It's been a straight down crash, basically. It's been going down very abruptly. Like we said in the beginning, the market fell 1,900 points in 3 days. And there's lots of people pulling money out of the market right now, which is going to cause it to crash even more. Now, if we get to 100,000 cases per day, we can see a lot more red, and that's probably when states will start, like New Jersey, will start shutting down once we see 100,000 cases per day. And we really want to find companies that will rebound after the crash. For example, like tech dropped and they came back stronger than ever after the crash. And then, for example, like cruise lines, retail, travel, they dropped from the last crash in March and February we're talking about, but they never really came back up to that level. So the good thing was tech, they went back and higher than ever before, like Tesla, like Apple, Facebook, they're all at all-time highs. So we want to find companies that are going to go to all-time highs again. And then the last thing we'll go over real quick is now is definitely the time to not sell, and it's the time to buy. And with this kind of investing, it's really the only money you want to touch is going to be the money that you don't need for at least a year to 2 years, because you're not going to want to buy something, put it in, pull it out in a few months. This is the type of investing where you're going to want to buy and have your money in there for a year, 2 years, so you can actually see some proper gains as well. So with that all being said, let's go into the individual stocks, the price points, and to get into these stocks and 15 different stocks to have on your watch list right now. So this is going to be a quicker video. We're not going to like dive in super detailed on all these stocks, but the first one is going to be Wynn Resorts. And I want to buy them anywhere from $60. I would say $60 is a good price point. So if you actually see, they haven't been at $60 since that huge crash, and they went all the way down to about 48. They're one of the bigger companies in the Las Vegas. And overall, this one was at even $200, easily at $100 before. So you can easily see a double in your money, 50% return over the next year to 2 years with Wynn Resorts if you get in at $60 with this one. All right, so number 2 on our list is Draftkings, ticker symbol DKNG. And this is going to be a great one to be picking up around $30 a share. You know, in the last 3 months, it hasn't been at $30, and it had a huge run up. This one can easily be at $60 a share in the next 1 to 2 years. I can also see this one 50 to 100% return in the next 1 to 2 years if you pick it up at $30, or if you even get it at $29 or $28 a share for DraftKings in the long term. That's definitely going to pay off because they are a leader in their sector and their industry, which is online sports gambling. Just got legalized like a year ago, so it's still a new thing. They're one of the leaders, so a year, 2 years, even 3 years down the road, they can be worth some big dollars. All right, number 3 on our list is going to be Carnival, ticker symbol CCL. They had some good news come out. They're up about 5% on Friday. I can see them going down. I might take out another put on them because I can see Monday, Tuesday, and the rest of the week them losing that steam. So they're going to be a good one for a long-term hold, and I would want to get in them around $10 or $11 a share even. And if you hold this one for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, if you put it into like one of your retirement accounts or your Roth IRA and hold this sucker for 5 years, you know, I can see this one actually like 200% gain in the next 5 years too. Because the reality of the situation is cruising is not going to go anywhere. It's basically a pastime in America. People have been doing it for 30 years or more, maybe even 40 now, or even more than that. And this is just a once in a 100-year event that really never happened. So if you can take advantage of that opportunity and get in at $9, $10, $11 a share and hold those suckers for just a long, long time, you're going to see some great gains on the Carnival stock. Now, this is not one that's just going to shoot up in a year or maybe even 6 months. You know, this is going to be more of a long-term, 2-year, 5-year hold. But I definitely have it on your list because I can see this one getting down to about $10 a share for Carnival. All right, number 4 on our list is going to be ticker symbol DBX Dropbox. It's at $18 a share right now. Google just put out that their cloud actually increased their revenue year over year. So that's always a good sign for Dropbox. If this one goes to $15 to $17, I think the all-time low is like $17 on this one. If it goes to $17, $16, I'm going to be picking up a lot more of Dropbox and holding it for a long time because this is one of those companies in 1-2 years, you know, it can easily double its value as well. So Dropbox, I would say 17, anywhere from $16, $17. If you can hold that for a year or so or 2 years, it's going to be about a 50 to 100% gain I can see for the long term as well. All right, number 5 on our list is going to be Disney, ticker symbol DIS. And look at them. You know, what can we say? They were at $150 before the whole Rona situation, and they crashed all the way down to like $80 a share. So I would say if you can pick up some Disney around $90 to $100 a share and basically hold those for 5 years or 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you know, Disney's one of those stocks that you basically just want to never sell. And if you can pick it up around $90 a share, I would love to hold this stock, you know, for even give it to my grandkids, for example. That's how long you want to hold it. Because Disney is one of those free companies that have been around forever, and they'll probably continue to be around for a very long time too. So I would put your price alert around $90 to $100 on this one. And even back in 2016, they were at $90. So it's basically like traveling back in time to 2016, picking up some Disney shares 4 years ago. All right, number 6 on our list is going to be Slack, ticker symbol WORK, work, and it's down 4% on Friday. I said pick this one up around 25, and I still believe it's good around $25 for a long-term hold, anywhere from 1 to 2 years. But, if you can see this one, if you can pick it up around $20 a share or even lower than that, I think it was even at like $17 before. You'd have to fact check me on that, but anywhere from $20, $22, $23, even $25 if you want to pick this one up right now. It's going to be a great 1 to 2 year or even 3 year hold where you can see anywhere from 50 to 100% gains on this long-term position. All right, the next one we have on our list is going to be Cheesecake Factory, ticker symbol CAKE, and this is going to be a good one to pick up anywhere from about $20 to $25 and hold for a long term. Now, if you can get this one at $19 a share, it's going to be an unbelievable long-term hold. On this one, I think I got it at $23, and I'm still up 30%. So we would have to see about a 30% crash or more to actually get down to $23 a share, right? So if you can put your price alert right around $23 for some cheesecake, especially if we start to see restaurants closing again. And if there's another nationwide shutdown, we can easily see this one at $18 a share or right around that marker. So I would put them on your list for right around $20 to $23 per share and pick up some cheesecake for a nice long term, anywhere from 1 to 2 years. All right, next one is going to be Revolve Group, ticker symbol RVLV. They're going to be an online women's retailer, and they sell clothes and dresses and things like that. And this one crashed to about $8. I picked it up at about $11 a share. But I would say that if this one gets to about $15 a share, $13 a share, which I doubt it will, just because this is a huge online retailer that's not going to be affected too much by Rona, but it still can. So I would put this anywhere from $13 a share all the way to $15 a share and hold for the long term, because this can be one of the ones that can easily get you an 80, 100% return on investment in just a couple of years. All right, now our next one, ticker symbol QCOM. It's at $123 a share right now. It's had a huge run up. I would like to buy this one at, it's one of its lowest, probably like around 70, 80, anywhere from $80 to $70 a share. What you'll see is this one had a massive run up, and last time Rona was around, it was all the way at $60 a share, right? So if we can pick this one up right around $70 or $80 a share and hold for the long term, this is going to be one of those beneficial ones because it has a lot to do with 5G and expanding on that horizon. So the last one and this one, ticker symbol LMND, Lemonade. I think they're both a little bit overvalued right now, and I would like to be picking up Lemonade right around $40 a share, anywhere from $45 to $40. I think they have a pretty good business model. I think that this one just is a little bit overbought right now, and I would like to see it around $40 a share for it to actually enter my watch list and for me to consider buying it too. All right, so the next one we have is AMD, ticker symbol AMD. And this one, it had a big run up since June. So this is one that I'm definitely going to want to be getting in at around $50 a share, anywhere from $50 to $55 a share. I think if you can get into that price range, it's going to definitely be worth it to be on your watch list and set a price alert for $50 a share for AMD and hold this one for a long term as well. All right, similar to the last one we just went over, we have ticker symbol NVIDIA. And I would say if you can put your price alert on $350 on this one, I would love to get in at $350. Just a year ago, they were at, what were they at? About $160. So they've had a crazy run up here. I think it's time for them to lose some steam, and hopefully they'll get hit hard in the next couple months so we can actually get in around $350 and hold this one for long term too. All right, let's go into travel a little bit with planes. So next we have American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL. And I would say if you can get in around $10 to $9 on American Airlines, even at their very low point, they were at $9.70. So if you can get in at $10 for American Airlines, this is one you're definitely going to want to start buying. And I want to hold this one for about 5 years or longer. This is another one just like Carnival that you're going to want to throw in the vault and hold for a super long time. Give them to your grandkids, because I can see this one easily going up 200% or 100% easily in the next 5 years too. So give this one a shot. Put it on your list. This is definitely one you're going to want to look out for at $10 a share. All right, going off our last one, we have ticker symbol BA, Boeing stock, and right now it's at 144. Just about a year ago, it was at $300 per share. It's cut in half. So I could say if you would pick this one up around $100 per share, it's going to be very interesting to hold this one for anywhere from 3 to 5 years. About $100 a share, I can easily see it up 100% in the next 3 to 5 years or even more, because they are the ones. They make 747s, they make jetliners, they make a lot of our defense, space, and a lot of our stuff for the military aircraft, which I know travel and air in general has been pushed back hard. That's why you see the huge crash. Look at this, from February 14th to March 27th. They lost so much of their stock. But I think they can get up there back to some all-time highs in 5 years. Super realistic to pick this stock up around $100. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. The next one we're talking about is Twitter on the list, and it dropped significantly, about a 20% drop in one day, just from bad earnings and a lot of inactive users, and the daily users are going down. So it already dropped from 52 all the way to 41. But if you can pick this one up right around $30 a share, I would say, anywhere from $25 to $30 a share. This is going to be a long-term hold, especially if Trump is reelected into office. This is going to be a good one to even pick up around now if you do believe in Trump getting voted in, because obviously he does a lot on Twitter. He's very vocal on Twitter, so that's going to definitely raise the stock in the long term. So I would say if Trump wins, 4-year hold on this one, 3 to 4 year hold, even 2 years on this one, especially if you can get in right around $30 a share and hold Twitter for a long term. BAC, ticker symbol Bank of America. This is going to be a good one. Hopefully it'll get down to $20 a share. I don't know if it will, but I would definitely pick up a lot more of Bank of America right around $20 a share and hold for the long term. You know, this one and JPM are definitely going to be my favorite banking stocks to hold for a long term. And if you can pick these ones up right around the price points of $20 a share and $90 to $80 a share in JPM, they're going to be a great 3 to 5 year hold or even longer for a good return on investment. So overall, I think we have some really great options going on. I want to actually go ahead and expand myself a little bit more on all of these that we touched, but especially some airlines and CCL if it does go down. But I also mainly want to focus on, like my video from yesterday was all about, that's why we didn't include them in this video, is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, and those Microsoft, all the big tech companies too. And also like the Wynn Hotel and every single stock I went over in this video and yesterday. I want to put about $5,000 into the market if we see, or more, if we see these price points that we have been talking about in these previous videos. I'm ready to put a lot of money into it. So I hope you guys are ready too. Remember, November 3rd is going to be voting day. It's going to be election day. So we'll love to see how it plays out. And so guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you want to see me go into depth a little bit more on the financials of some of these, comment below on which ones you want me to do a deep dive on. This week, I'm going to pick probably like 3 to 5 stocks to actually do a deep dive and look at their financials, their balance sheet, their income statement, and let you know which I think is the best valuation in the market right now. So hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to comment on YouTube as well. And if you need some help, if you want to join my close friends list, reach out to me. I'm accepting a few more people as well so I can give everyone enough attention. And until next time, remember guys, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.